So somehow 5 people, or is it 6 people, were able to A, acquire uniforms, B, infiltrate a ship without anyone noticing.
6 people and an animal, or is that 5 people and an animal?
No, well, 5 people and an animal, but they all stole uniforms. One of which really stands out. Guess which one? Well, actually 2 of them.
Yeah.
One more than the other.
Ah, I guess the army's getting really progressive these days.
We're letting in whatever this dog thing is.
And Barrett's just like there's no uniform that was ever made for a man his size.
Nope.
But he's just fitting it in there anyway. Maybe the pants are just cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would not remember where that door is back there behind that thing if it weren't for the arrow.
And I have it off and on throughout the playthrough. Sometimes I just, for whatever reason, like to have it up.
Let's murder him. We'll run the ship ourselves. Isn't that right, Clud?
And like everyone who is a member of your party is very conspicuous in how they're standing or moving around, so that way you can find them and talk to them. But then it's like, how would you motherfuckers last 5 minutes on this boat? It's me, Bill Corden. Think about what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
Think about what we're actually looking. We're looking at Red 13 wearing. There's his tail, by the by, wearing a uniform, standing upright with his fucking arms sticking through the sleeves, which just terminate in red furry paws.
I'm a person too.
Why did they do it? Why didn't they just put him in a box or something? And like, you see his little headpiece sticking out. And he's like, hey, I'm in this box.
I like how the game's not afraid to be goofy though.
Oh yeah, exactly. It has a continuous sense of humor. Which, like right here, for instance, a seaman's gonna have oomph. I'm tired.
You just throw the bottle like off the boat. Thanks.
Gonna pollute this ocean. Fuck it. So after you talk to everybody, you have to go downstairs and talk to Eris again. It's just like, have you seen Barrett? I hope he's not doing anything dumb.
Is he doing something dumb?
He's about to.
He's just sitting around some soldiers and they're talking, real racist stuff, and he's just like trying his best to not join, like to not freak out, but also not join in. And then they're like, "What do you think, dude?"
Yeah,
Stay
It's arguable who blends in worse, Red 13 or Barrett.
Barrett, you could kill him right now.
Just do it. He's actually thinking about it. Because of him, Biggs, Wedge, Jesse, my sandwich. Like, Barrett made a nice big sandwich before they left for the second bombing run. He's like, man, when I get back, I'm gonna fucking destroy this sandwich.
He's being all responsible about it. He knows how hungry and impatient he'll be if he tries to make it.
He won't have time to make a sandwich afterwards.
He even has, like, some of the wetter ingredients set off to the side.
So it doesn't get in the bread, make it all soggy. He's like, just gotta get home, slap on them tomatoes, them pepperoncinis.
He was probably so happy when he was making it.
Just gonna save the world and get a sandwich.
He's like, dusting off the little bit of flour that's baked onto the crust on top. Like, just, got a parchment paper that he wrapped it in and tied a bow around it.
It's like Barrett's thinking about the plate falling, and you're getting all the iconography of the pillar collapsing, and then the plate starting to fall, and the wires snapping as it plummets, and Mad World is playing. It's just da 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 da. But then it just started showing him making his sandwich. Now happy he was.
He's wearing like what is clearly a woman's apron. He's got one of those like red with white polka dot bandanas around his forehead and stuff to hold the sweat back, and he's got a little handkerchief around his neck too, just because, just to catch that sweat. He's a sweaty guy when it comes to making sandwiches.
Well, he takes it seriously. No, I'm just some guy. I'm dead. I guess I was Sephiroth, actually. It's unclear.
Who's talking?
Are you Sephiroth? Maybe.
Is the boat Sephiroth? The ship is Sephiroth.
The boat is the stand? You were alive, and you came through the floor somehow.
Who are you? You don't remember me? I've never seen you in my life.
He's never seen Cloud. Except for about 5 seconds. They certainly weren't war buddies.
Cloud, it seemed like he never saw you before. Can you explain that? No.
I love the fights against Genova. They act as kind of sequence markers for your progress throughout the game. There's this one. There's one at the end of Disc 1, and then there's one midway through Disc 2. Seems like every 25% of the way through the game you fight another Genova.
They're always so cool looking.
Yeah. That wasn't a tail. You just wanted to reuse that animation. They put a lot of work into it, and it seemed a shame to waste it on the first boss. First boss didn't even get cool boss music.
How many different... So this is birth...
There's birth, life, and death.
Oh, okay.
And then, right before you fight Sephiroth, you fight just Genova. And Genova gets 2 theme songs, actually. She gets this one, and then when you fight her in the North Crater, she gets Genova Complete.
So, W laser, I remember one time you were explaining to me why sometimes attacks have a W on it.
It just seems to indicate double.
Yeah, okay.
I suspect it's there to save text, because obviously they only have so much room to put something in, and double is 6 characters, whereas just W, you can just put in one laser, and you're basically saying double anyway.
Mm-hmm. Like, even 2 X lasers,
yeah.
2 more, another character that you don't need to type.
It's even that is 2 compared to 1 character, and 2X sounds kind of odd, whereas just W, like, it doesn't make... You get it, even though it sounds kind of weird. Because, like I said, you're still saying double when you say it. So it's like, W item?
And it still
W
sounds
magic?
cool.
Yeah.
W laser. Oh, shit. Is that stronger than, like, Z laser? Or?
So weaker than Z laser?
Shit.
Then it breaks out the ass.
Healing wind. Her name's Ars. It's like a fart joke.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's a fart joke. Lazy fart joke Sunday.
Yeah, the only enemy skill I have right now is level 4 Suicide, which is fucking useless. It's one of those abilities that only affects an enemy if their level's a multiple of that number.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like level 4 Flare. Oh boy, there's a 25% chance this will work.
So you would have to either take that chance or scan the enemy first.
Yeah. And then do the math and go, okay. But then there is a bug in this game where scan doesn't work on enemies if they have HP in excess of a certain threshold. So it works on this boss because she only has like 5,000 HP because this is still an early boss, but in a little bit it's going to be completely useless to carry around scan.
I like this subtle animation that enemies have when you attack them. Like, they just move a bit.
Like you're getting slightly displaced by the force of your attack.
It's cool. Just nice. It makes you feel like you're doing something.
God, if Eris hadn't learned her second limit break yet, this fight would have done it. See, the way that you learn limit breaks in this game took me forever to figure out.
Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure on that these days, so
Yeah.
tell me about it.
Yeah. How it works is to gain. You have your 4 levels of limit breaks, right? To gain the second limit break of a level, you have to use the first limit break of that level a certain number of times. So for Cloud to gain Cross Slash, he has to use Braver, I think, between 5 and 8 times, which is pretty easy because he's in your party the whole time, and you'll get Cross Slash pretty early. In order to get the first limit break of the next level of limit break, that character needs to kill a certain number of enemies. So for many people, even if they keep Eris in their party for the whole game, they'll never see her second level of limit breaks or above because mostly use her as a healer, or her limit breaks are focused on supporting your party. They don't damage the enemy, unlike say Cross Slash or Barret or any of that. So she's not going to kill the number of enemies that you need organically. If you want to see her limit breaks, you have to go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
And so in order to learn everyone's limit breaks, you need to use the first one a bunch to learn the second one, then kill a certain number of enemies to learn the first one of the next level. Now, if you kill those enemies without using that first limit break a certain number of times, you will learn the first limit break of the next level, and you can proceed from there. So you can not use Braver at all, but have Cloud still kill as many enemies as he needs in order to learn, I think it's Blade Beam is his first level 2 limit break. And then you just use Blade Beam X number of times to learn whatever comes after that, and then kill enough enemies to learn his first level 3, and then learn his second level 3. But if you do that, you can't learn their final limit break. You have to learn all preceding limit breaks in order to gain their final limit break.
It's like, shit, my lie is starting to unravel. Except he doesn't even know it's a lie yet.
Yeah. But part of him is like, hey, none of this adds up. None of it. It's all dumb.
I like how subtle it is, too. Sephiroth just being like, who are you?
Yeah.
Not like a, you remember me. Like, remember me? Remember me.
My name is Goody.
Fucking... I was showing someone at work Gravity Falls. They're like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. I'm like, yeah, now go watch it because there's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, you'll get through it real fast and be real satisfied. That's what I want from Clown Warriors. I want to just get in, do its thing, and get out.
Yeah.
2 or 3 seasons.
And people are just like, oh, fuck.
Like,
so sad. Hellpad.
Yeah.
That's probably Helly.
Hellpad, but yeah, with the low resolution. Needs to just say Hellpad.
Welcome to Jake's Hellpad. Where all the bitches get sandwiches.
So it's funny that you said Barret. When you saw Barret in a sailor uniform, you said Stay Puffed. Because they mentioned his sailor suit right now, how cute he looked. And then when they asked Cloud about it, good one. If you choose the more sarcastic option.
Is that racist, you fuck?
I was gonna ask, is that
you
racist?
Skinny, spiky ass.
You skinny, unwoke bitch! My mother was a marshmallow.
And my dad was a bear.
What?
Looks like my mains got messed up.
Red 13 is having the worst time in this heat. Look at him.
It's like Riggs last night getting trapped in the sleeping bag. See, what does it say? See something only? Seaplane only.
Seaplane
only,
yeah.
'Cause you get a seaplane, right?
No.
Oh,
well, kind of.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It gets really bad if you wait a while. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I was trying to do.
It's like looking at a fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it seems to exist in all space at once.
Yeah. It keeps pulling out and it's someone's remote control helicopter.
Just the perspective made it look real big. And just President Rufus going, pew pew, pew 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 pew.
Trying to land it on Jake's helipad. Is that lighthouse a 3D model that's pre-rendered, do you think, or does it the very
I feel
back
like it's
like, doesn't it look like just a
I feel like it's
probably just
a two-dimensional
Yeah.
background. I think once you get to the back of the helipad, that is just flat. Like this whole area is a
Yeah.
big square in
that
right-
ship too looks
like look at
pretty flat.
Exactly. Look at like the point, the front point of the ship.
Uh-huh.
Right? You go a little bit to the right of that. There's a dark splash of blue.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that dark splash of blue is the seam
Yeah.
of the square where the bottom is meeting the vertical surface
Yep.
of their skybox. I love when someone is able to hack a game so that they can get control of the camera in a way that you never do, and then just move it around and see how things are assembled.
And then it's like a stage production. It just completely fucks with it. You're like, oh wow,
Exactly.
everything's
Yeah.
flat.
Exactly. And many of these games, the very good ones, did that seamlessly. Right? You play this game and you don't even think about how everything's constructed because they plop their camera down in a specific angle and then built everything around that because the camera's never going to move or it's hardly ever going to move. And so as long as they build it in a certain way, you, the player, are never going to notice. You look at bad PlayStation 1 games and it's obvious where the
Yeah.
seams of the world are. But then you look at something like, say, Crash Bandicoot's the well I always go to because goddamn, they did so much. They did everything right for the PlayStation with Crash Bandicoot. You look at that, and realistically, the world has to be very small because they're dedicating so many pixels to what is there that there can't be much there. There can't be much outside of it at all.
Yeah.
But they built the world in such a way that they're working around their own limitations so that when you're running down that jungle, you're like, oh man, look at this jungle. I bet it goes on forever. Even though it doesn't extend more than a foot past your camera in either direction. Like, if you were to pull it out a little bit, suddenly there'd just be a black void.
Have you been keeping up with Knights and Bikes?
No,
and
I
their
haven't.
Campaign? So they are doing, like, one of the updates they posted a while ago was showing how their world is kind of built, and they moved the camera to,
Oh,
like,
man, I
let
gotta
you
check that
see,
out then.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a pop-up book.
Because I was going to say, that's 2D, right? But you're kind of moving in the three-dimensional
Yeah.
space. Is it like their facades that when you're looking
Yeah.
at them from their specific angle, it's like, oh, it looks like a full home. But then when you turn it around, it's actually like a front
Yeah.
surface and maybe a roof.
And it looks a lot like a pop-up book.
Sweet.
It just, you're like,
Yeah.
wow, that's cool
I
to
love
see.
that. Like
yeah.
when in what is it? A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
When they're able to move the camera around, and you realize everything is like standing backwards at a 45-degree
Yeah,
angle to
yeah.
give it that appearance of A Link to the Past. Hojo is just chilling on the beach,
Still
with
in
some
the
hot babes.
still in the lab coat.
Yeah, because he's an asshole. Come on, Cloud, just kill him. It will save a lot of trouble if you... God damn it, you guys, just kill Hojo. You're already criminals.
You were criminals from the time the game started.
You've blown up 2 reactors, right? How many people did that kill? Who knows? Really, honestly, what's one more? At this point, what's one more? Especially when that one more is Hojo. Just do it. Just do it. Riggs, why are you making puppy noises?
Are you drooling in your sleep? Sorry, guys, I forget to breathe sometimes. I'm puppy.
Riggs, you're almost 8 years old. No, 7.
Oh, 7-year-old puppy.
Aw.
Mm.
Ningredo was only 6 when you met him, and you were a tiny puppy only a few months old. Now you're 7, he's 13. Oh, I'm 30. Oh, oh no!
Trey is like 12 or 13. I'm just like, cat. He's been around a while. It's a pretty sweet place.
Yeah.
Pool table.
Nice little hotel. with no privacy in your room, but that's fine. There's only the one room anyway. I imagine the proprietor just fucks off after your rent. Now, depending on who you bring in your party, the other party members who didn't bring will be in various spots around this town doing different things. Tifa's not my party, so she was catching up with Johnny, who is hanging out in that building to the left of those barrels with his spouse, girlfriend, some woman who's like, no, Johnny gets all mad at you because you don't remember him. And then the woman is like, forgive him. He's been having a rough time lately because Johnny's the ultimate hanger-on. Which, again, most of you aren't even up to Johnny's level in your personal lives.